reference this time. But anyway, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to the Turnover Turfs. I am your co-host, Sir Random Guy, along with my co-host Thomas, and we are going to talk about Week 12 of the NFL season. Um, Week 12, Week 11 of the NFL season.
Going
But
into 12.
going into Week 12, yes, thank you. Uh, I mean, this was a certain week of football. I wouldn't say not everything was eventful, but there were some things that did happen that could make some noticeable marks. But let's get straight to it. Thursday night football. I think this was the easiest one to just say. Patriots are likely there now. They finally have a winning season for the first time since 2021. Um, which I still don't know how to feel. Part of me, it's like, wow, the Patriots are doing good, but then the part of me, it's like, the Patriots are doing good.
Exactly.
So, I mean, he's like, I thought I would have to wait like 10 years minimum for the Patriots to look good again. I was kind of expecting the whole them being mediocrity, but no, 5 years, or 4 years really, but 5 years of whatever that was. But hey, I guess Mike Vrabel, at least I'll give props. At least they have Mike Vrabel. Drake May is looking very solid. Travion Henderson is finally getting more time with the ball, so that's also another thing too. He got 3 touchdowns on Thursday, 2 rushing, 1 passing. And they did it with the rival jerseys too. By the way, teams are currently what 2-1, and no, 3-1 in the rivalry jerseys from both AFC East and the NFC West.
Believe so.
Yeah, so we have the Dolphins being the Jets, the Patriots being the Jets. They both wore the rivalry jerseys. The Rams, unfortunately, that weekend beat the Seahawks, but the Seahawks did beat the Cardinals when the Cardinals were wearing their rival jerseys. So that evens out. I'll say that evens out. But currently from both divisions, 3-1 currently. We still need to see the Seahawks. We still need to see the Bills.
I think so. And we also need to see
The Jets,
and San Francisco.
the Niners. I think the Bills probably wore them in their Sunday night game versus the Patriots. If that's so, then it's 3-2. But um, let me see. I I could be wrong, but it's just like it feels. Uh, oh, they did wear them. They did wear them during the Sunday night game versus New England back in Week 6. So 3-2 record. So we're now missing the Seahawks, the the Jets, and the 49ers are the last 3 remaining teams that haven't played in their rival jerseys yet. But anyways, the Jets are terrible, which that led to now finally a quarterback change. Technically, the quarterback change was supposed to happen during the week of when they were playing the Bengals, but Tyrod Taylor got hurt that game before the game started. So they ended up playing Justin Fields for another 3 more weeks. Um, so now we're going to see how that goes. I think the results are pretty much going to be pretty obvious. Uh, Going from there. So, but yeah, the Patriots Jets. But let's go on to the morning, or actually, do have talk about the last international game of the season, the Madrid game. Like all international games,
I mean, I will say this right now. Spain. I don't know what you did to us, but we are sorry. You
uh,
should not watch that game.
look, like all international games, they have to be terrible. They have to be mediocre. Even if we bring in our 2 best teams, even if they decided, you know what, we're gonna bring in the Chiefs and the Seahawks or Chiefs Eagles or whoever they want. They're gonna find a way to make it like a 7-7 type game. Just and they're gonna play so horribly, and it's just like what, and we just like what just happened? What just happened? I mean, Germany got a good game. I mean, for the first time in first time in the since we done the Germany games. Uh, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Washington pretty much their season's done. Matt Gay, uh, man, those kicks did not end well. Marcus Mariota did not look great. Did not look great. I mean, didn't play bad until the very end with that last game sealing interception. In a nutshell, led Miami get the 16-13 win. The 16-13 win, which is funny. Miami probably could have had the shot of winning the game even earlier if they just didn't go on fourth down in the last minute of the fourth quarter. But it is what it is. Uh, I mean, yeah, Washington. I would say your season's done. I mean, I'm not sure what you do. I feel like starting to show that Cliff Kingsbury has not learned or still gotten pretty figured out. Joe Whitt didn't get play calling this weekend. It was Dan Quinn's, but I guess it wasn't too bad. But I mean, we'll see how it goes for next. I guess after their bye weeks. Uh, who else? Next, but now let's get to the morning games. Um, good news is the Giants started James Winston.
Finally.
Finally kept it competitive, so I'll say that game at least was competitive. Packers kind of dealt with some injuries early in the game. Jordan Love, but eventually he came back. Josh Jacobs, he had himself an injury, went to the locker and was out for the remaining of the game. But I guess there's a chance he could play this week. So it seems the injury is not too serious for what it is. But I mean, Packers got the win. Came out there, came out there in a close battle, one score game. Next one, we got the Texans. So is Davis Mills him?
Might be. Speaking of Mills, Stroud is once again out this week.
Again for the Bills game.
You know?
If Davis Mills goes 3-0, we might start considering the general for the rest of the season. But I mean, the Texans wanted a nail biter against the Tennessee Titans. Not this game didn't really have much. Davis Mills scored a touchdown in the third quarter, and it was just a defensive battle from here on now. I mean, that's this game was a nutshell. But let's talk about another close game. But it's kind of to show that that this team could be a potential sneaky team, and that is the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears, in a last second attempt, beat the Minnesota Vikings. So, hold on, give me a second. Let me. I'll be right back for a quick second.
Oh no! Oh God, I'm scared. I don't know what to do.
All right. I'm back, everybody. I'm 9. I'm a new entirely different person.
Oh God.
I look. I know it's been bad. I went 0-2, but guess what? I'll come back. I'm gonna redeem myself next week. Don't worry. We're gonna beat the Packers. That's right. I'm 9. I'm not a random guy. I'm 9.
All right, Mr. 9. I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So you said you're gonna be the Packers next week. That's great. How do you think you are going to go up against that Seahawks defense?
Look. That's a great question. Great question there. I get it. I get it. They have DeMarcus Lawrence. They have Devin Witherspoon. Um they have Boya Mafe. They got Leonard Williams. He's a big filler. Uh I get it. I get it. But you know what? You know what? Don't worry. My boy Justin got me. My boy Jordan got me. Uh, if anything, I just give the ball to Aaron Jones or Jordan Mason. So, it's all in the plan. Kevin still believes in me. Uh, they have not considered any quarterback decisions yet. So, I got this. They got this. They drafted in the first round for a reason. I know it's rusty the last couple games. This time, don't worry. Next weekend, the week after, it's gonna change. It's gonna change.
Okay, so how are you gonna feel about going up against the guy that should have taken your job for this year?
Well, to be fair, he was more of a stand-in than anything. I don't think he was gonna take my job. I mean, they drafted me in the first round. He got lucky. Let's just say he got lucky, and you saw his performance this past Sunday. Exactly. This is why I'm the guy.
Didn't didn't he score more points than you?
That seems very irrelevant.
No, 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 no. How many points did you know? How many points did you score on Sunday?
Look. We got 16 points.
Okay. But the other guy, he got 19, and I'm not great at math, but I think else I checked, 19 is more than 16.
You may be correct. Yeah, that's correct. But again, Seattle. Again, when we go into Seattle in a couple weeks, well, you'll see what I can do. It's just a matter of time. Just let me develop. It took Josh Allen a couple years to get it going. They sat Mahomes for a year, uh, and he got going. So just trust the process. Sam, like you mentioned, your quarterback, Sam. It took him how many years? It took him plenty of years. So just just keep an eye out. Just keep an eye out.
Okay, all right. Are you are
Uh,
you are you willing to put like some sort of like wager on the game?
Nine is not willing to make any bets because after the Chauncey Billups stuff, we are right now trying not we can't make any wagers at this time. But thank you very much. But I'll be out of my way.
Okay,
So,
weird fucking
well,
guy.
how was nine?
Weird fucking dude. I don't like him.
You still don't after?
No, not gonna lie, kind of a douche.
But you know who is not a douche? Bryce Young. Bryce Young probably had maybe his best game of his career. I wouldn't say best game of his career, but definitely had one of a greater game after a stinker last week to the Saints. He redeemed himself against the Falcons. And in a nutshell, for the Atlanta Falcons, Terry Fontenot, the GM for the Falcons, you're gone. You're gone. Let's think about this. It's one hand trading up. That's fine. You wanted to get an edge rusher. That's good. But the fact that you decided to trade to get a decided to take give your first round pick away to a team, and not only that team, the Rams of all teams. The Rams, a team that is considered a Super Bowl contender, at least during the offseason, and probably right now. to a team that's most likely going to make the playoffs. Uh, with a quarterback who is, although 37, he's having an MVP type season. You know, and then now they currently have a top 10 pick, and they have a chance to probably get a quarterback in this upcoming draft with that pick.
Or Tua gets traded to the Rams, learns behind Stafford, learns with McVay. Just saying,
that's if Stafford doesn't retire.
If the Rams win if the Rams win a Super Bowl this season, Stafford's gone.
That has to be it, because there's I get, unless it's like the only way I could see this is like he's thinking like, okay, I had like this MVP type season. Like if it's either him or Taylor that's going to win MVP as of right now. And it's like he wins a Super Bowl. I mean, if you run out of the sunset, I mean, good for him. But he does have one more year on his current contract, so it's kind of like, or if you're Matthew Stafford, are you thinking, do I retire? I feel like he will have to probably think of the decision after the Super Bowl if he does win it.
I mean, here's the thing, if I'm Stafford and if I'm Stafford and it reaches the point where it's like, all right, I won MVP, I won my second Super Bowl ring.
Bless you.
I won MVP. I won the second ring. I got one million off my deal, but I'm gonna hang it up. Because at that point, what else does he have to do? I mean, yeah, go back to back, but I mean, we remember the offseason, we all thought he was dead. Instead, he was putting in steroids or some shit. I don't fucking know. But.
I mean, I guess that's true. I mean, it's like, I mean, if you're Stafford, you walk away, like, even if you probably have like one or two more years left in terms of playability. I mean, I get, I mean, you don't have anything else to prove. You probably likely make the Hall of Fame. You probably solidify yourself in the Hall of Fame at that point. I could definitely see it. But then again, it's like, it wouldn't surprise me. He's just like, you know what? I'm just going to finish whatever my last year of my contract next year. And if he doesn't win a Super Bowl for the following season, then I think to him, he's like, hey, I did what I did. I did what I can do. And here's also another stat. After yesterday's win or Sunday's win, Matthew Stafford finally has a winning record in the first time in his career.
116, 115, and 1.
I think I remember the tie. Wasn't it against Green Bay?
Maybe. The only tie I remember coming out of the Lions was the tie against the Steelers when they were in 21.
Oh yeah, Tim Boyle was starting that game because Jared Goff was hurt or something.
That was a funny ass game.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like I don't know. I think it's just like I feel like Stafford definitely. I think Stafford's in a win-win scenario here. He's like, okay, either if he does win a Super Bowl, he retires. I think he solidifies a Hall of Fame argument. If he doesn't win a Super Bowl, he's like, hey, I got one more season before my contract expires. Sure, he could resign, but he's just like, hey, I'm going to consider this maybe my last dance. So I think he's fine with either options. It's just now the Rams. They have to be like now thinking like, I think it's just more the Rams are probably have to be more concerned at this point, where they're like, okay, if he retires, do we draft a quarterback or do we trade one? Do we trade for one? Or heck, do we sign Mac Jones? Because he's going to be a free agent after this year. So there's a chance we could also see that and be like, hey, Mac Jones did great in his time with Brock Purdy, and the Rams are like, hey, if we sign Mac Jones, we could use our first round pick to get a wide receiver because Devontae Adams, despite going to be has one more year in his deal, he's getting older. They're like, we need to have a deal with Puka Nakua, and then not only that, they probably don't have to they don't have to trade for Tua in that scenario. Don't have to give up maybe a first round pick, maybe their own first round pick. I don't know. The Rams have options. The Rams are going to have options if Stafford retires, but if he doesn't, then I think that's basically the best case scenario for them because then they're like, okay, we could draft a quarterback. Probably don't even have to draft a quarterback with their first pick with the Falcons. They could probably even get it with the Rams pick, with their own pick. So we'll see how it goes.
I mean, kind of a way that I'm also looking at this is that, like, as much as I dislike the Rams, like, I don't hate them. I hate playing against them for obvious reasons. But it's one of those things to where, like, as much as I dislike the Rams, it would be nice to have Stafford get another ring. He really earns it. But also Devontae getting a ring. For him being as great as he is and not having a ring yet, it would be nice.
That would. But yeah. Um, but yeah, but back to Panthers Falcons. We got sidetracked there.
A little bit.
But I think it's just like the Falcons. Just like again, it's like I feel like Terry Fontenot, count your days. Because like even then, it's like even you could say, oh, that like yes, maybe trading up hindsight, giving up a first round pick to a Super Bowl contender was bad, but it's also just like, and it's like, but it's also like, let's go with the other most too. You drafted a quarterback after you gave Kirk Cousins a lot of money, which yes, it did look good on your favor because Kirk Cousins started playing bad because he was dealing with an injury. And then after that, even beforehand, still giving Kirk Cousins like a big amount of money going into his like mid 30s is still it's still pretty far fetched, even if it's like less than like, oh, Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes or any other top quarterbacks or I guess quarterbacks with a lot more contracts, but it's still a pretty big chunk of change, and it's I'm not sure if you even could still get rid of him after next year. But
I mean, not only that, Penix is done for the year.
he is done for a year. So Kirk Cousins, he's going to be starting for the rest of the season. At least that's what we know of. But he, so far, based on how he played against the Dolphins, that week 8 or something, he did not play well. And I get it, Drake London wasn't there, and like some other players, but it was still pretty bad. Then I was like, all right, going against the Panthers, your division rival, it was still pretty bad. They didn't really score points when he started. So you're now just kind of in a weird QB situation where you're like, okay, like Michael Penix comes back next year. He hasn't been playing that great. Like the thing with Penix is just like I seen him play. It's like he has moments. It's just more like I see every time. It's just like he has moments, and that's it. That's all I see out of him. Just moments. Never like, oh, he has like a full game plan where I'm like, oh yeah, he's gonna play like a great quarterback. Like I have not seen a complete game out of him. I mean, you could say that's due to the play calling. That's probably due to just you can say it's due to the play calling. I could definitely say that for sure. I mean, likely chance Fontenot's out. Raheem Morris probably he's either out or he's definitely gonna get one more year for Atlanta. But yeah, this is. But at least the Panthers, at least for what it is what they might not look. They they might win it ugly, but hey, still 6-5. 6-5 is still an improvement for them. They're still finding ways to win games, even if they don't look good winning it. It's still improvement. I'll still say that.
I saw I saw a stat today saying that the Panthers are 6-0 when they win the toss, or
Yeah,
when they lose the toss. So if the Panthers can BS their way all the way, I don't know.
Super Bowl.
I'm just saying.
All right. What if it's a overtime then? Like the Panthers win the toss there. Do they do does it? Let's say they lost the toss in the first. Let's say like they lost the toss in the beginning of the game, but then they won the toss in overtime. Where do you go there from that point?
Universe explodes.
But yeah, next one we got Chargers Jaguars. So the Chargers did not get the revenge for that 2022 wildcard loss from a couple years ago. Ah, uh,
So,
but
like, are the Jaguars good? Is like Trevor Lawrence good? Is Cohen good? Like, what is going on?
Trevor Lawrence had 14 for 22, 153 yards, one touchdown, one INT.
I mean, that's all right, but like, that's not like you know superstar stats.
And then the rest of it were rushing touchdowns. Actually, Trevor Lawrence did get a rushing touchdown. So basically, it was Tootin, 15 carries, 74 yards, one TD. ETN, 19 carries, 73 yards, two TDs. And Trevor Lawrence, I guess, 5 attempts for 9 yards and one TD. So basically, I mean, it's just like I don't know what to make of the Jaguars. It's just and same thing with the Chargers too. Both teams are very in the sus category. Yes, the Chargers were 7-3 going into the game. I get it, but it's just like, and I get they're also dealing with injuries, but still, it's a team I don't really know how to gauge both sides for whatever reason. But I mean, if the Jacks keep winning, I think that's the thing. If the Jacks stay consistent, like consistent enough, they will make the playoffs. But otherwise, if they being inconsistent, I definitely see them probably going like 9-8 and like missing the playoffs by a hair or something, based on how the AFC is just going. But the Chargers, I mean, if they were healthy, I think the Chargers definitely would be a Super Bowl contender right there. But but still, but still something to even look at. But anyways, on to the next game: Buccaneers Bills. Bills pretty much Bills got the win 44. It was close for most of the game. It was close for most of the game, but when soon as the Buccaneers decided to go on punting on fourth down, I knew it was over because both defenses couldn't stop couldn't stop much. And as soon as they did that, I was like, "Yep, the Bills are going to win this game." And what happened? Bills got another touchdown. Game was sealed. That game was sealed. You can say it like yes, the Buccaneers were in their own like territory, but I would have gone for fourth down. It was just something like your defense was not doing much. Josh Allen was doing everything he can to win that game. That was pretty much the entire game plan for the Bills offense. It was just like, oh, let Josh Allen do Josh Allen things, and we're gonna win this. But yeah, and I get it. Buccaneers are still dealing with injuries. I felt again, kind of like with the Chargers, if they had a much more healthy roster, this team probably would be this team probably had the chance to win the game. But yeah, this is Buccaneers. They're now 6-4. They're now about a game behind the Carolina, about a game and a half behind the Carolina Panthers at the
Ahead,
moment. What?
ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry, a game and a half ahead of the Carolina Panthers.
Who,
These
by the way, they have yet to play each other. That's week 16 and 18. So those games will probably decide a division. And I can see week 18 being Sunday Night Football.
that really depends on how the Panthers play the rest of the way through. Because again, I still like the Buccaneers. It's just that they were more healthy. This team probably probably takes care of the division probably like a lot more sooner. But I mean, it is what it is. Nah, Steelers beat the Bengals. I'll just skip that right over.
Establish what happened. Rogers could play in against the Bears, could not. I hope he does. I hope he takes one snap, just a single snap. And if the Steelers win, Rogers still owns the Bears.
I really want to see Steelers versus Bears, or Rodgers versus the Bears one last time because this is definitely will be the last time we are going to see it. There's no way Aaron Rodgers finds a way to go against the Bears unless he decides to not retire and signs with the NFC North rival. And why would that be the Minnesota Vikings?
Exactly.
Um, but yeah, on next one, another blowout game. The Niners destroyed the Cardinals. This game was not close, but Jacoby Brissett's stat had a very interesting one. Highest amount of completions. I think he has the record now for highest completions in the game. 47 of 57 with 2 touchdowns, 2 INTs. Does it mean much based on how the game went? Not really, but I really want to know I really want to know how they're able to. How are the Cardinals able to do a better game plan for Jacoby Brissett on offense more than Kyler Murray? I don't get it. I'm not sure they just can't scheme against for Kyler Murray. I honestly don't know what you do, but I feel like in a nutshell, Gannon is probably gone. Drew Petzing is likely gone. I think there's going to be a chance for a mini rebuild in 2026, I mean. So keep an eye out. But the Niners are still alive in the playoff race, despite with all the injuries. But now let's get into the one of the two important games of the late slot. Seahawks Rams. Look, I'll say this. This was not a great start for Sam Darnold. We will admit that. We'll admit that this was not his best showing for this game. But positive, if I have to look at the positive side, Seattle's defense is still elite. It is still elite.
Best defense in the league.
Yes, because if Seattle's defense probably was a little bit bad, this game would have been a blowout by any means because the Rams had Rams had opportunities to probably keep scoring, but Seattle kept stopping them. Seattle's defense did everything they can to keep that game going. Seattle even had a chance to win the game. They had the chance. Even despite how rough it was, they still had a shot. And Ernest Jones, I'll give him claps.
Yes, he has all of the respect.
Yeah, because he could say, he could have just said yes. He could have probably said, yes, our defense did our job. Sam Darnold's trash, like a lot of players. But you know what? He's still like, hey, Sam's our guy. Yes, he was like, despite what happened, he said Sam Darnold still had opportunities to get this game going. So and he's like, if you don't believe it, then well, F you. But it's still a matter of respect that he's like, hey, at least it shows that it's not like there's no turmoil in the locker room. There's no at least it shows like, hey, and I get it, you gotta say it for the media. I understand it too, but it still shows that even with even what happened on Sunday, there's still some likeness in the locker room. There's still something in the locker room that they're like, hey, we'll get him next time.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I would say though, hopefully Gray Zabel. I know Gray Zabel's probably going to be out for a bit, but hopefully his knee injury is not serious.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, so we haven't gotten an update on it. So we haven't unless have you seen the updates or not yet?
I have been checking my Twitter past couple of days.
All right, let me check right now because I know Mike said they were gonna check it on Monday to see what's going on, but if Gray Zabel's out, I mean, glad the Seahawks got the Titans this week and got Titans this week, but the next few games, Minnesota with Brian Flores' defense. I mean, Atlanta, I mean, it's going to be at least a bit of a better game. Then the Colts game is going to be something. And then week 16, that's the. So apparently, right now, Grace Hill has avoided a serious knee injury. So he is currently day to day. So right now, that's good. That's good. So I feel like positive direction there. That I think I would say that there's a chance I don't think he'll play on Sunday. I feel like if you're going to get signed to Riders, just let him
Rest
let him
up.
rest that game. Yeah, rest up for that game. Don't like aggravate it even more. Let Christian Haynes get some snaps so we could like get to see how he plays this Sunday. And then Minnesota, that'll depend on how Christian Haynes plays on Sunday. I think that's how I'm going to see this. How if Haynes plays well on Sunday, I think he could probably keep him another week out until week 14 and so forth. Just to see what we got. I just want to see just to avoid any like seriousness to like don't get the knee aggravated any less. But yeah. But so far, nothing significant according with the Seahawks at the moment. So, all right. But next one, Chiefs Broncos. You want to take over for this one?
I can take over.
I'll give you the screen.
You give me the screen. So, what did I say in the season prediction episode? I can't fucking talk. Did I say something important? Something newsworthy? Something of the note? Do you remember that at all, there, co-host?
You said that the Chiefs might not make the playoffs.
And
And the Denver Broncos will win the AFC West for the first time since 2015.
okay, we're walking into week 12. Where are the Chiefs?
Not in the playoff picture right now.
Where are the Broncos?
Leading not only the AFC West, but just the AFC West.
No.
Colts are still AFC.
It is a culture, right? Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. What is the Broncos' record?
9-2.
Okay. What is Chiefs' record?
5-5.
Okay. So Broncos, I feel like they're just a tad better than the Chiefs. Am I right? They beat them.
Allegedly, yes.
Okay. If the season ended today, who would be in the postseason?
The Denver Broncos,
Not the Chiefs.
not the Chiefs.
So I want an apology. God damn it!
No, you're waiting till week 18. Wait till week 18.
I predicted this. You all laughed at me. I was being clowned on. What happened?
Wait till week 18. Wait till week 18. We'll get there when we get there. We still got seven more games to go. We got 6 to 7 games left.
Oh,
and no, that was not intentional. But yes.
I'm just saying, if the Chiefs end the year missing the postseason and the Broncos win that division, I want a whole ass apology. I want it from you. I want it from Anthony and Lightning. The three of you motherfuckers clown the shit out of me because I was right. I predicted this downfall. I predicted the rise of the Denver Broncos, and God bless Bo Nix,
Okay. The
our
offense is
Lord
still
and Savior, white boy Bo Nix.
mediocre QB play is somehow doing this.
You better get your apology ready. I want like a 30-minute
I will
segment
wait till week
and just
18.
apology, saying that
I will
I was right. You all were wrong.
I
And when
will
this
wait.
happens, I will not hold back. I will be the biggest, most annoying motherfucker you've ever seen. I'm going to be worse than Brandon Perna. And that's saying something.
Hmm.
So get
Okay.
ready. Get
I will
ready.
I'll get ready to not hear that happen because the Chiefs are gonna make a comeback eventually.
No, they're not. They're done. They are washed. It
Hmm.
is Broncos country. Let's ride.
Next one. Ravens and the Browns. Well, Baltimore barely skated out a win there against the Cleveland Browns. I mean, the Browns defense did everything they can to win that game. Dylan Gabriel was out with a concussion, so we finally got to see Shadur Sanders winning, um, starting his first not starting, but playing his first game. And I mean, it was like pretty much how any fifth round rookie would have played. Not great. It was not great. I was watching the games that I mean the stats even said it themselves. I'm not sure what this means. Everyone is saying like, oh, the Sitter Sanders could have gone first for teams reps, but I feel like I don't know. It's like yes, I understand this was a thrown into the wolves situation, but I feel like and I get this wasn't the best situation for him to get into going against the Ravens team, but it's also just like but it's also just like uh, I don't know. I feel like it's a bit on both sides with Sanders not play well. I think it finally shows that Sanders was not great of a quarterback, but then it's also a bit on Stefanski too. I feel like it's a bit of both in a way, but I mean, Shadur Sanders has a chance to start this week versus the Raiders because Dylan Gabriel is still on concussion protocol. So we shall see how that goes. But yeah, but next one, Sunday Night Football, Lions, Eagles. Lions,
Oh, he's back.
uh, Lions, Eagles, Sunday Night Football. I mean, yeah, this game was something.
It was a
Eagles
game.
didn't. I mean, the Eagles defense is the only thing great about this. The Lions defense did good, but it was just this game was rough in a nutshell. I mean, again, Eagles. I feel again. How are you this bad on offense? There's this team. Again, if the Eagles again, you have a functioning offense. This team is probably still going to be a Super Bowl favorite. I mean, they still are technically, but it's just this team just has not looked the same. I get it. They don't have Kellen Moore. They have Kevin Patullo, and it's just like he's just not been doing good. And I feel like there's a chance that might just switch over for Mike McDaniel, Brian Dable, whoever which coach gets fired might go back to being an OC or may get a different OC. Who knows? But yeah. Uh, Next one, Cowboys Raiders. You know what? RIP Nealand. They got themselves a very big win on Monday night. I know it's against the Raiders, but still, pretty good win for them. I will say that. Pretty good win for Dallas. RIP Nealand once again. But the Raiders, you are bad. This is bad. No matter Brock Bowers is going to carry you. The Raiders is just hot garbage. All right, on to the pick'ems.
CJ Stroud is projected to play Week 13 versus the Colts. Oh, he's gonna die.
Wait, who did Texans play Week 13?
The Colts.
Oh, we'll see how that game goes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, I don't think Seattle got flexed for Sunday night, so the game is officially for 1 p.m.
It's gonna stay.
It's gonna stay.
I have to get up and leave at like 7 in the fucking morning. 2 days
Well,
after to wake up at 5 in the morning to go pick up this scrub. This
least
man
it's
right
better.
here. This man right
Sure.
here.
In 12 more days, no, not 12 more days. 10 more days. Wait, yeah, 10 more days. Yeah,
10 more days.
1-0, like the Pistons win streak.
Digits.
10.
Okay.
I gotta slip it in there. I had to slip it somewhere.
Pause.
Anyways, on to the pick'ems. Thursday night football. We got the Buffalo, or before we get to the pick'ems, this week or last week's pick'ems. Thomas with a record of 6-9. Nice.
Yay!
Me with a record of 10-5, and Anthony with a record of 13-2. 13-2. Our guest picker got the only games he got wrong was the Falcons game and let me see. There was another game he got. It was the Falcons game and the Chargers game. Those were the only two games he got. He predicted wrong. But yeah, good for Anthony this week. Good for Anthony. All right, but Bills Texans. Thursday night football. I mean, when I saw this in the schedule, I thought this was going to be a great game. This was going to be a solid game, but now, this game is going to be something. I mean, again, this could be a game where the Bills kind of slip up. I could definitely see a scenario where that happens just because the Texas defense is great and they probably stop Josh Allen. What?
Jake Moody is going to the Commander.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Not only that, Trent Grisham is accepting the qualifying offer from the Yankees.
Oh, nice.
Fact.
All right. Let's get these pick'ems in. Got less than 15 minutes. All right. Gonna go Bills here. I'm just gonna go Bills.
Bills versus who?
Texans.
Yeah,
Davis Bills. All right, next one. Steelers, Bears. Aaron Rodgers might play. Aaron Rodgers might not, but it doesn't change my pick. I'm going with the Bears. They're gonna win in another last minute attempt.
I'm gonna go with Steelers.
Steelers, even if Mason Rudolph starts.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He got this.
All right, next one. Patriots, Bengals. I'm just gonna go with the Patriots. Nah.
Shut the fuck up. We are going Bengals here.
All right. Giants, Lions. Lions, I think, should bounce back, but again, Jameis likely to play unless Jackson Dart is out of concussion protocol. But yeah,
I haven't heard anything yet about Dart, so with that, I'm still going to go with the Lions.
All right. Next one, Vikings, Packers. Again, both teams kind of fraudulent, but we are going to see. But I'm just going to go to pick the Packers at home. I don't think they'll lose 3 straight at home, so give me the Packers.
You don't want to pick, with your best friend 9.
Nah, no, 9 is trash.
I'm also going to pick the Packers. But that is a quote.
All right, next one. Seahawks, Titans. I don't think we need to go further on this one.
Yeah,
Seahawks.
Enough said.
Enough said. Even with Sunday's game versus the Rams, I think this is definitely a good bounce back. Colts, Chiefs. This is definitely a game of the week here for the early games.
Wait,
I
hang
know
on.
I
What
what
happens if the Chiefs lose this game?
5-6,
I'm sorry.
5-6
And is that a winning record or is that a losing record?
losing record. First time since what, week 2, week 3.
Week 3.
Uh, but despite my better judgment, I'm gonna pick the Chiefs. I feel like this is definitely a game they have to win, must win
Boo!
here. I'm gonna pick the Chiefs.
Boo!
I'm assuming you're gonna pick the Colts.
I'm picking the Colts. Daniel Jones has yet to, make me look stupid, except for the Steelers game, which we don't discuss the Steelers.
Yeah. Next one, Jets Ravens. Tyrod Taylor playing against his former team doesn't really say much, but give me the
So,
Ravens.
yeah, it's Ravens.
If the Ravens lose this game, I will laugh though.
The Ravens
Uh
lose this game, they're done.
Next one's the it's not even a tank bowl anymore. It's not even a tank bowl. It's just the trash bowl. It's just Browns and Raiders. I legit so Shedeur Sanders might start this game. I Look, I feel like the Raiders should technically be the better team, but I really like the Browns defense. I'm gonna go with the Browns. It's not saying I like Shedeur Sanders by any means. I just like the Browns defense to do enough to get the win. That's how I see it.
And we're the Cleveland Browns.
And we're the Cleveland Browns, yeah.
In the Cleveland Browns we trust.
You're picking the Browns?
I ain't picking the Browns.
All right. I'm kind of shocked. I thought you would go with the Raiders here. That
I do want no, dude. I watched about half of last night's game. Geno Smith pissed me off, and having it and getting a third round pick from him is still
still a
a
steal.
steal.
Yeah,
So,
even if Jalen
yeah,
Milrow hasn't done much, but it's still looking really good. Uh, Next one, Jaguars and the Cardinals. I'm gonna go Jaguars here, but it wouldn't surprise me if this game just somehow is like really close, like a 21-21 game.
the one that surprised me in this game is really close, like a 21-21 game. That is as close as you can get.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a weird game. It's all because the Jaguars are inconsistent, but Jags are.
A 21-21 game. You are rooting for a tie at this point.
And it might be a tie, knowing both teams, knowing both teams.
Well, I'm going to pick Jacksonville in
All
a
right.
21-21 tie.
All right, next one. We got the Eagles and the Cowboys. This is
Week
definitely a
one
trap game
rematch.
for what?
Week 1 rematch.
Week 1 rematch. This is definitely a this. I kind of forgot they low key. I low key forgot they played week 1. Um, you know what? Again, against my better judgment, I'm gonna pick the Cowboys. I think they split. The Eagles. I know they probably should be the better team, but it's just they haven't looked impressive, and I feel like this is a game where they kind of need that like not humble moment, but like we got to get our act together moment.
I'm going to be picking the Eagles, but here's the thing. This is how it plans out. Playoff clinching scenario right here. The
All right.
Eagles, if the Eagles win on Sunday, and if they beat the Bears on Black Friday, and the Chiefs beat the Cowboys, the Eagles will be the first team to clinch their division and hence clinch a playoff spot, and be the first team since 2004 to go back to back in the NFC East.
It's probably likely. It's looking pretty likely.
So this is it.
This is it. We'll
Here,
see.
like division's wrapped up.
Yeah.
Unless the Cowboys do the funniest thing in the world and beat the Chiefs.
That's true. Or be Philly this week. Next
Or
one, we got the Falcons and the Saints. The Falcons choked another game once again against the Carolina Panthers. Saints, I mean, they had their bye last week, but they got the win week 10. You know what? Let's keep it going. Let's get the Saints another win. I'm going to go with the Saints.
Saint.
Saints, all right. Saints sweep. Next one, we got the Buccaneers and the Rams. Sunday night football. This one, I feel like this is definitely should be a good game, but it's also the Bucks don't really have that power to do it. Unfortunately, I'm gonna take the Rams.
I am going to be rooting for the Bucks. I need the Bucks to win.
Rooting for the Bucks, but I'm gonna go realistically the Rams. Just
That's fair.
you taking the Bucks?
I am taking the Bucks.
All right, then Monday Night Football. Who expect this one to actually be potentially like a decent game? Panthers, 49ers. Panthers 6-5, the Niners 7-4. I don't think both these teams have their bye. Both teams haven't had their bye weeks yet. I think the Panthers are going to be like week 14 based on how I saw their schedule.
CMC revenge game.
CMC revenge game. I think is going to continue that way. I wouldn't surprise me if the Panthers like pull it off, but I think the Niners are going to take care of business.
Listen, Brock Purdy versus Bryce Young could be a matchup that nobody thought would be good. I'm gonna go with Bryce Young and the Panthers.
Yeah, either the Panthers are going to win ugly, lose ugly, or yeah, those are like my only way I can see it. No in between. They're either going to win ugly or lose ugly in this game, based on how the vibe is just giving me. But
I don't know. I mean,
anyways,
if the Panthers win, I will say that the Niners clinching the NFC West is that it has to be over after that.
it's out the window unless somehow Seattle and LA just collapse. But I don't think that's happening. But anyways, everybody, this is our episode. I hope you all enjoy it. Hope you all have a good day. Y'all have a good week. Stay safe. And the Pistons will win again tonight.
And with that, release the goddamn Epstein files.
Hey, the Senate has to finish it. Even if the Senate does it, it's gonna go to the president. So
listen, I heard a thing like 2 days ago saying that if it goes to Trump, Trump will sign it. I also heard a thing saying that they are, erasing names as well. So there's that.
So we'll see. But anyways, y'all have a good one.